Jojo Siwa keeps finding herself under more and more scrutiny every day, but surprisingly, while all of this is going on and she seems to be in a new drama, either big or small, every day, people are starting to apologize to her. And yes, the reason why is extremely confusing, but don't worry, I figured it out for you. You're welcome. In reality, it's actually a really simple explanation, but it was just so convoluted and it's all occurring on TikTok and nobody was talking about it and nobody was explaining what was going on. So when I saw it, I was confused. Everybody was confused. Everybody in the comments was confused. But again, I figured it out. So we're going to talk about that, and I also want to give you some updates into the goings on of Jojo Siwa because, I mean, I don't make a video every time the girl breathes. Like, I just can't possibly do that. Nobody mention any of my other series. But sometimes the things that she's doing, I just feel aren't worth talking about in one single video. At least not the way that, you know, I'm doing videos now. But I have talked about her in the past, you know, a good few times. We have talked about XOMG Pop. We've talked about her song Karma, her new song after that, her drinking on stage and all of that stuff. So there's been a lot. There's a couple of updates to go through. Before we jump into that though, I don't think I've ever said jump into that in a video before, but here we are. Just a couple of things to get out of the way first. First of all, I did do my hair really lovely for you guys, but then I was stupid and I went outside before recording. I went for a walk and to the shops before recording. And I live in Ireland, and Ireland is perpetually humid, so now I look like this. And we're just going with it. I just think, you know, life is too short to straighten my hair twice in one day. That feels like too much. It feels excessive. But I also feel like most of you don't care, but there's inevitably going to be like 2 people who comment that I look like a hot mess. So it's just the way it is. Second thing to get out of the way is that yes, I am at a weird angle today. I broke my tripod. This is how it looks now. I literally just ripped it off. The rest of the tripod bit. So I broke my tripod, so I need to order a new one. And then I had looked at ones, I found one I wanted to order, and then somewhere in my brain I just had decided that I had ordered it, and then a week went by and I hadn't, and I was convinced, and then it was said to me, you know, you still need to order a tripod. I was like, but I didn't. So here we are. Let's talk about Jojo Siwa. I'm sorry if you didn't care about that, but I just needed it out of the way. Thank you. First Jojo Siwa thing I want to get out of the way is that I know people are now talking about XOMG Pop again. If you don't know, this was the dance group, kids dance group that Jojo was managing. It was for a TV show, a reality show, and they also like did performances and stuff. There was a lot of terrible goings on, allegedly, that happened there, overworking the kids, their health not being prioritized, their mental health not being prioritized, just a lot of terrible stuff. I did talk about it in depth in another video. I'll link that down in the description, so I don't want to go over it again. I know people are talking about it again, and the reason that people are talking about it again is because Jojo was in a show with people like Demi Lovato and Drew Barrymore talking about child stardom and how detrimental it is to a person, how difficult it is to grow up as a child star, and how much that affects you. I mean, if you take the examples that I gave a second ago, Demi Lovato and Drew Barrymore, they were doing some pretty heavy ingestibles, breathables, nosables, not lunchables, that from a very young age that they shouldn't have, you know, been exposed to, but they were, and they shouldn't have needed to cope with these things, but they did. So it is very difficult to be a child star. It is not a normal life. You are overworked, you are being used as a resource at such a young age. You're not getting a childhood, and that gets stolen away from you. So Jojo Siwa was one of the people who was on this and talking about this, which is, she has every right to do that, absolutely, but people are questioning why she's talking about how terrible it is to be used, for example, how she was on Dance Moms or by Nickelodeon, to be growing up in the spotlight and told that you're amazing and be overworking and just essentially be a product. I mean, Jojo had so many different merchandise and like products. She was a $1 billion industry in and of herself. I don't know if that number is accurate. But for her to be talking about this in such a negative way, yet to still have been involved in XOMG Pop, which was basically creating little child stars. Now, they obviously didn't achieve the level that Jojo did. That is, you know, one of the rare cases. But even any kind of level of child stardom or overworking of children or anything like that, you'd think she would have learned from her own upbringing that, okay, if I'm going to work with kids, I should make it a really safe environment for them. I should make sure that they're not overworked. I should make sure that they have breaks and time to rest and to heal if they need to, that they're not being reprimanded unfairly, that it's not a toxic environment for them to be in, that they feel safe and secure. But from the things that were alleged by the former members of XOMG Pop, that was not the case. They did not feel safe, they were overworked, they felt like they were being treated unfairly. This is all alleged, obviously. But yet, there's Jojo in this documentary about child stardom, talking about how terrible it is, yet she was doing similar things, allegedly, to other children. So it begs the question, does she not actually care? Was she just being in this documentary maybe for some kind of sympathy, just because it's a good opportunity to get her face out there? Does she actually care about her own upbringing but not realize that it also applies to the kids that she worked with? That she may have treated them unfairly. Has that not connected in her brain yet? Does she not realize that she was doing to them, maybe, what was done to her? Or, third option, does she realize what she's doing? Did she realize that it's the same thing? That she may have put these kids through things that she went through that affected her negatively, but she just doesn't care? I don't know. I'm not in the head of Jojo Siwa. The best that I can hope for is that she just hasn't realized how these two things are connected yet, and is going to learn and is going to grow in some way. Before I move on with the rest of this though, I just want to interject briefly to talk to you guys really quickly. Stay with me here, this will only take a minute, I promise. You guys will know, a lot of you will, some of you won't, that I asked you guys if you would be interested in backing a Kickstarter to help me support the self-publishing of my debut novel, which is a dark fantasy with mermaids based on Irish mythology, lots of stuff going on in there. And you guys have been so supportive of the Kickstarter, and I'm so thankful. We still have another stretch goal. I don't think we're going to hit the stretch goal, but it would be nice if we could, or get anything else that will help me to make this book a reality and make it be as good as it can possibly be. This truly is such a passion project for me, and I'm so excited for you guys to read it. If you want to read more about what is actually in the book, there is a link in the description to the Kickstarter. I give details of what's in the book there. And also in the Kickstarter, you can see more details of why I'm doing a Kickstarter and stuff like that. So I don't ramble on too much here. But I'm so appreciative of the support. You have no idea. It means so much to me. And I'm so excited for this. And I'm just so thankful for you guys. But right now, there is only 4 days left to donate to this Kickstarter. It might be 3 days by the time that I get this video out. I'm not sure yet. But only 4 days left, so if you wanted to pledge to this, or you want to pledge to this now is the time to do it. By pledging, you get benefits on certain tiers, so you can get paperback, signed paperback, there's digital bundles, there's paperback bundles, there is multiple bundles and signed things and stuff like that. So check it out, you get rewards, and it helps me. And thank you. So yeah, and also people were asking if they could get some of the stuff in some of the tiers as add-ons, so that you could maybe pledge to one tier that has like a signed paperback, or if you didn't want the signed paperback, maybe the ebook, and then also get like the other stuff like stickers or prints or whatever as an add-on. So I have added those now. You can take a look in the Kickstarter as to what those are. So even if you've already pledged, you can get So even if you've already pledged, you can now go and add an add-on if you want to do that. People were asking about this, so only a few days left to go. Please do check it out. Now is the time, and thank you so much. Now I will get on with everything else. Now, I have said in the past that I've been too fair on Jojo Siwa, that I gave her too many chances and the benefit of the doubt because she's young, but now she's an adult and she's in her 20s and she needs to just take accountability, and I can't make excuses for her anymore. But with that being said, I've been thinking about it as I was planning to make this video, and she is still 21, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, at 21, I was a goddamn idiot. And any of you that is older than 21 will know that when you were 21, you were a goddamn idiot. There is still so much learning to be done, there is so much healing to be done, there's so much acceptance of yourself and the things that you've gone through. There's so much just living and experience that will inform things in your life. So I want to hope that one day she will connect these things, that she will connect her childhood and her difficult upbringing and how that has led her to continue, allegedly, some of the same negative patterns and put other kids through those same negative things. Because yes, she is an adult and she does have to be held accountable for the things that she does. I'm not suggesting that we excuse her in any way, but she still has time to learn. 21 is not too old to learn how to be a decent human being. You know, that's kind of all I wanted to say on this part. I didn't actually plan to talk about this part for so long, but I felt like I had a lot to say about it. And I think I do want to continue to be fair to her in a way while still holding her accountable. And yes, there is some sort of cognitive dissonance going on there between what she was saying in that documentary about how difficult being a child star is, or working in the industry as a child, and yet putting other kids through it. But hopefully she connects that. Hopefully she starts to get that. And maybe if we say it and we talk about it in a gentle way, she will get it. She will learn. She will accept it. This has nothing to do with the apology. We're getting to that. But first thing I also want to touch on is something that everybody has been talking about, which is her appearance on a magazine, wearing this outfit that I do have to censor for obvious reasons if you've seen it. Even if you haven't seen it, even with the censoring, I'm pretty sure you can tell what it is. It is emanating a man. And now I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and I've seen a lot of people criticize it, and I've seen a lot of men talk about it, and I hate to be flippant here, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart, like truly and deeply, that I do not want to hear a man's opinion on this, because I think that it is so... It ate. Okay, the first picture ate. The second picture with the glasses, I hate those glasses. Maybe that's just me. I feel like the world's not ready yet for a resurgence of 2010s fashion. Like, we're not there yet. It's too recent and too set in our minds as really ugly. So I don't like them. But that first picture, that ate. Like, you can't tell me that it didn't. And I don't want to hear a man's opinion. And people are going to be so mad that I said this, but it's just the truth. Like I said, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Obviously, you are entitled to your opinion, but I don't have to listen to it. So, you know, there we are. But, you know, you can tell me what you think. Now, people were kind of running with this and taking it as like, oh, Jojo Siwa is being so crazy. Look at this big new Jojo Siwa drama. I don't care about this one. It's an outfit in a magazine. She clearly didn't style this herself. Like, she is being styled. This is how this stuff works. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. It's not problematic. It's not weird. It's like, whatever. We're gonna move on from that one, okay? Because, like, I know there's probably gonna be a handful of people who are watching this wanting me to go, oh, this is so, like, cringe and so awful, and, like, why would she do... Like, I can't bring myself to be angry about an outfit. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some cases where I would be angry about an outfit. I was angry about an outfit once. I was angry when Kim Kardashian wore the Marilyn Monroe dress. But that was because that was a piece of history that she damaged. So, you know, that's a whole different situation. I also made a video on that, but I don't remember if that video was any good. Probably not. But this, no, it's just a magazine shoot. Like, good for her. And she's done some other, like, fashiony bits here and there that were cool. She also dressed up as a Furby. Not for me. Don't like it. You know, it is very attention-seeking, obviously, but that's who she is, and the attention-seeking isn't inherently problematic, at least when it comes to fashion. So you be your little Furby self. I you know, whatever. But now, we have gotten through all of the updates. There are a few more here and there, and maybe I will touch on other ones if people want me to. But the main thing that I wanted to discuss today was that people on TikTok are now apologizing to Jojo Siwa. Now, my introduction to this was Jojo Siwa's own TikTok where she said, "Apologies accepted. Cheers." So she's posting this with an audio I can't use because I'm pretty sure it might be copyrighted, but it's a cover of Take My Breath Away. And the caption says, "No bad blood, I promise." And this confused me when I read it, and I went to the comments for answers as you do, because I'm like, why are we apologizing to Jojo Siwa? What happened? The comments, though, were no help, because the comments said, "JoJo's song saved me. I've been suffering from a severe depression episode when Karma came on the radio, and I got out of my bed for the first time in 3 months to turn it off. I've been hearing that joke since 2010, so I am a little bit sick of it, but good for you." Next comment. "Apologies for what? I do not apologize." What are we apologizing for? Nobody is apologizing. Cybertruck is a red flag. Who apologized? "JoJo's song saved me. I've been suffering from severe depression episode when Karma came on the radio and I got out of my bed for the first time in 3 months to turn it off." Shocking, this has happened twice. What's that meme? If I saw this happen, I'd have 2 pennies and it happened twice and that's weird. That's not how that goes. I'm sorry. Apologies for what? I also want to thank Beyonce. So you get the gist, right? The comments were equally confused. They were no help to me. This did not give me the answers that I was looking for. So then I searched, why are people apologizing to Jojo Siwa? And I got stuff like this.
Everyone is apologizing to Jojo Siwa because of some of her new songs like this one. Many of you probably already know this, but Jojo Siwa seems to always be receiving a lot of hate. And more recently, it seems to be because of her music. A lot of people can just agree that her songs are usually not good. Well, Jojo Siwa actually just released some new music, and many people are coming together to agree that it actually isn't that bad. Especially compared to some of her previous songs, you know, when she was back in the bow era. She would wear bows all the time and had that one song called Boomerang. "I'ma come back like a boomerang." It's actually hilarious because people are starting to make TikToks apologizing to JoJo for hating on her music before. Like this guy who made this TikTok that says, "Can we apologize to Jojo Siwa because what is this?" And this TikTok that this guy made almost has 1 million likes right now. People were for sure hating on Jojo Siwa's music before, and I guess after hearing these few new songs that she just dropped, people are kind of like, wait, this is pretty good. JoJo's most recent TikTok on her profile is actually accepting the apologies. She writes, "Your apologies are being accepted." I don't know, are you guys apologizing to Jojo Siwa yet, or is 1 or 2 songs not enough?
And the comments, some of them anyway, were saying, "Oh yeah, like this is her song," or whatever. The problem is, this is not Jojo Siwa's song. Like I said, this is a cover from like I said, this is a cover of a song from, I think, the 80s, Take My Breath Away. And it's a recent cover, but it's not Jojo Siwa singing it. It's somebody else singing it, so that's not true. This person is not correct.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
The assumption being that people are apologizing because JoJo put out this new song, the Take My Breath Away cover, and it's really good. So everybody's like, sorry for calling your music cringe. But that's not what's happening, because it's not her song and not her singing it. So I had to do more digging because everybody seems to be like under this impression. I don't know if it was this one person that got it wrong and everybody else kind of just went with that. But everything was like, yeah, so because she sang this song and, you know, we like it. Turns out that was not the case. Turns out the answer was actually quite simple. All I had to do, I'm going to put on my detective hat here, and you're going to be like, this was probably the simplest solution you could have come up with, but I didn't know that I needed to look into the song. I didn't know people were apologizing because of the song. So with my detective hat on, just imagine it, I'm so not editing this on. I do not have the time in my life to do that with my detective hat on. I went and I clicked on the audio that she had used in that TikTok, the cover of Take My Breath Away. Now some of the videos were completely unrelated. Nothing to do with Jojo Siwa, nothing to do with drama, nothing to do with really anything. But then there were a few TikToks like this one. Can we apologize to Jojo Siwa because WTF is this? Do new artists get a kick out of this, or what? Someone tell me what Jojo Siwa was thinking when she wrote this song. This is another person who was misinformed, as I knew from my previous detective work. So we ignored this one. We went on. How are y'all saying this is worse than Jojo Siwa's songs? Can apologize to Jojo Siwa now. So basically, what happened in reality, now that I have done my very difficult detective work after being so confused for so long, months, in fact years of confusion gone by, what actually happened was that somebody did a cover of Take My Breath Away. And everybody decided it was terrible for some reason. I don't really know the reason. I don't like it, but most songs sound like this. So I don't know. People, whatever. But because people deemed it to be so bad, they said, oh crap, we should apologize to Jojo Siwa for making fun of her music because this music is so much worse. That is basically what happened. But this got turned into, somehow, we need to apologize to Jojo Siwa because she is singing this song and the song is really good. So this leads me to my conclusion that everyone's a bunch of sheep. I can't make up their own opinions. They just go with whatever everybody's saying. And I'm telling you, be a free thinker, god damn it. Just, if you like the song, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I think it was supposed to be more of a joke than anything else that got turned into something else because people were confused. So there you are. It's not a big deal. It's not a drama. It's just it confused me. I wanted to let you know what was going on in case you saw it too and it confused you. Or if you didn't see it and just wanted to know what was going on. Maybe you needed a video to wash the dishes too. Do you wash dishes or do you have a dishwasher? I don't know. This is your life. I am not in your kitchen. Whoever told you that is lying. I'm not in your... Anyway, I have to wrap this up because I've been rambling for a while and I have class in like 10 minutes. So I gotta go. This is it. Had some things to say first though, so bear with me. Firstly, the Kickstarter, like I already mentioned, only has 4 days left to go. Maybe 3 days when I'm posting this video. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit this because, like I said, have class and it's quite late in the day. Actually, you don't need to know what time it is. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. If you want to pledge to the Kickstarter, now is the time. Thank you again so much for all the support on this. There's still time. There's still another stretch goal. Don't think we're going to hit the next stretch goal, but if we do, fantastic. If we get anything extra, fantastic. It'll help me so much with getting this book out there. You can also get the add-ons and stuff, so check that out. Thank you so much. Subscribe to me for more videos about things that you either do or don't care about, but I'll make you care about them. Goddamn. That was so aggressive. I'm so sorry. Like, comment, share. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. If you don't want to leave me a comment about that, then leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing, because I would just love to know. Follow me on social media, VangelinaSkov everywhere, blah, 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 blah. See you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Mwah.